Good morning, everybody. I'm Danielle Knox, and welcome to the Balancing Act. Today, tub and tile cleaning tips, everyday ways to go green, preventative measures for keeping mold from forming, and more about a disease of the knee and what's available to help you live your life free of pain. All that and more today on the Balancing Act. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Balancing Act. House cleaning. My shoulders slump when I say it because all the scrubbing in the bathroom area really is a dreaded task for most of us, but it is a job that simply needs to get done. So, since there's no such thing as a magic cleaning wand, although I'd really love that, we'd like to find ways to help maximize our productivity. And I have to say, I really love the concept of anything that is all-in-one and works. This is why Jennifer Gatins with Spongetech is back with us on the show today. She's got another great time-saving tub and tile cleaning tip for us. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
The cleaning, not so good. How much do we not like to do that?
Oh, you know, it really can be a daunting task, but there are ways that we can simplify things. And one of the ways is our Gold Bar Tub and Tile Cleaner. It's a degreaser and detergent all in one. And in addition to this, you know, we have a full family of products that we really showcased on the show over the past year. And now we have this new great product. In addition to the sponge, you're also going to get the chamois. It's called the Eliminator chamois to go along with that. The technology that we have is just so great within these products because the active ingredients are actually baked into the sponges. And so their delivery system where everything goes out and nothing comes back in. So you don't have to worry about bacteria growth being inhibited in these sponges. I mean, it's just a great, great product.
All right, so this wonderful product, we've got the tub and tile all-in-one sponge, we've got the Eliminator chamois. So are you saying that I can just get rid of the pails, get rid of the chemicals, the cleaners, and all the old rags and just kind of use this to clean everything in my home?
Absolutely, because with this product, you simply activate with water, you wipe everything down, and there's no bacteria growth that's getting into the sponge. So basically, you're washing all of the bacteria and the dirt and the grime, you're washing it all away. And what you have left is just a beautiful countertop, beautiful tile, you know, in the bathroom. And it's simple and it's quick, and who doesn't want that?
Talk a little bit more about the bacteria buildup, because as you know, that is one of my biggest concerns. The fact that if I use this over and over again, and it's great that you've got everything included, but am I going to have that kind of bacteria buildup that's going to make me, you know, want to throw it out after one wash or two uses? You know?
Yeah, this actually has an odor inhibitor inside. Okay. So as we said before, when you use this product, you activate and the detergent and the degreaser goes out, but nothing comes back into your sponge. And you're going to get up to 8 washes with this sponge. So you're going to be able to clean everything in the house and just be done with it. You're going to simply let it air dry. And then you also have the chamois that you can use on the tub and tile as well. And with that chamois, it holds up to 1,200% of its own weight in water. And also, you just simply let everything dry when you're done. So it's not like you have to throw anything in the wash like you do with rags and that sort of thing.
And you know what, the other thing I just thought about, and just from a personal perspective here, is that when you use something like this, you're actually helping the environment as well, because I tend to use, and I hate to say this, a lot of paper towels. Not that I want to, but I think using paper towels obviously is cleaner. You're not reusing the same thing over and over again, so you know, you don't have that kind of bacteria buildup. But with something like this, which has a great grip, by the way, with something like this, you can continue to reuse it over and over again.
Absolutely, and you're also not wasting water by washing. I know with me, I don't use the paper towels, but I do use washcloths and things like that. And I don't want to use it again, so I throw it in the wash, and you know, and then you're just creating more laundry for yourself, which is again not time-saving or efficient. And, you know, it's just a great product all the way around.
Absolutely, I agree. And so where can viewers go, Jennifer, to find out more information on the Spongetech cleaning systems?
Sure, they can go to www.spongetech.com, and we have this and all of our other products there as well.
Sounds good. Thanks again, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Be sure and visit mylifetime.com, where you can sign up for the Sears Dream Kitchen giveaway, where $16,000 worth of major appliances could be yours. Well, a growing number of Americans are taking steps to reduce their carbon footprint and make more environmentally conscious decisions. But what does it really mean to go green? Joining us to discuss this is Kendall Tracy and her father, Tony Tracy, chairman and CEO of PerfGo Green, a company that is revolutionizing an item that we use every day, the plastic bag. And I have to tell you, Tony, I came across just an interesting statistic that we want to share with our viewers. The average family accumulates approximately 60 plastic bags in only 4 trips to the grocery store. Kendall, paint a picture of this for us and what this does to our environment.
Well, you know, the plastic bags end up in landfills and the ocean and the food chain, and they stay there for thousands of years.
And you know, we hear those statistics, Tony, and it really is just overwhelming. But I think what we tend to think, and I know a lot of us are guilty of this, is we say, what can I do? I'm just one person. But I know for you, listening to your daughter, that just kind of sparked just one of these light bulb moments, didn't it?
Absolutely, but really quick, there actually a major statistic. There's 47,000 pieces of plastic floating in every square mile in the ocean. It's amazing. But yes, Kendall did give me a great idea. If you want to bring it on.
We were walking on the beach together, and we saw it firsthand. A seagull swooped down and picked up a straw. And I just wonder how many other animals have had that happen to them.
And that's what's interesting, because I know I'm out of the mouths of babes, and I know everybody is asking you, Tony, okay, how come you didn't think of this? It took Kendall to come up with this, but whoever did, it's a wonderful thing. And I understand that you have a lot of new products. I can't wait to see them. What do you say we take a look?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, here we are, and you have a lot of great products here, Tony. Tell me about what we have here.
Well, this is our new line. This is a dispenser, and this is our 13-gallon, and this comes up like this, and you pop the bag. It's a green bag, and this is our product right here.
And you know, what's interesting is when you feel it, it feels just like a regular plastic bag.
Exactly.
But it's not. There's a difference.
We have our additives in there, our TDPA, which is Total Degradable Plastic Additive, which makes it break down. We also have our 30-gallon. This is kind of like our lawn and leaf size. And then we have our drop cloth here, which works as good as any drop cloth. You use it once, you throw it out, so why not make it biodegrade?
You know, here's the thing I find so interesting is that when you have a traditional bag, and I know, you know, this is something that a lot of people out there might not realize, it lasts in the environment for how long, Tony?
Hundreds and hundreds of years.
Wow.
We really don't even know.
And these bags?
12 to 24 months, they're totally gone. It
Wow.
breaks down to CO2, H2O, and biomass, which is dust, and gets eaten by the microorganisms. It's a natural occurrence.
All right, Miss Kendall, come on over here. Because if you've got a pet, you know exactly what these are. Talk to me about what we have here.
Well, we have our kitty litter pan liners and the doggy duty bags.
You know, one of the things I find interesting is when people look at ingredients, they never think about there could be something so harmful in your plastic bag that you use every day. Talk to me a little bit about that, Tony, and what you use that makes you different.
Well, we have an oxo-based additive, which is a water-based additive that we developed, and it's all clean, low in metals, and it's food compliant. It's what we need. It's the future of plastics. It's clean, and it's the way to go. It's green.
Well, you know, we're going to be following you on your journey, and we appreciate you having us along, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you want more information on PerfGo Green and where to purchase their products, you can visit www.perfgogreen.com. And be sure to stay tuned to The Balancing Act the entire month of October for tips and information on how you can be part of the green revolution with PerfGo Green. Thank you again for joining us, Kendall and Tony, and I know this isn't the end. We're going to have you back on the show next week with more great stuff.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to that. Thank you so much. What's new in the home? Brought to you by Sears. Having trouble selecting a color or the design on your next appliance? Now you can give your own kitchen or laundry room that special touch. Choose your color and create your own style with virtual decorators only at Sears.com. Well, if you are one of the 27 million Americans who have knee pain, you might be taking over-the-counter or prescription pain meds, going through physical therapy, or taking aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs. And with all the side effects, and really depending on the severity of the pain, your knee might still be hurting today. So here to tell us more about knee pain and what it's like to live with it is Dr. Stan Dysart, orthopedic surgeon at Pinnacle Orthopedics, and an osteoarthritis sufferer, Christina O'Shea. Thank you both for being here with us this morning.
Thank you, Danielle. Glad to be here.
Doctor, let's start with you. Tell us what osteoarthritis, or OA, of the knee is.
OA is actually a disease process. The knee actually deteriorates. The cartilage cap on the end of the bones rubs away, and the thick fluid in the knee that lubricates becomes thinner and loses its effectiveness.
What are some of the common symptoms, I guess, that people should look out for?
When patients see me, they say their joints hurt, their joints swell, they grind, they just are unhappy with how they feel.
What can cause OA of the knee?
There are many causes. Now, we know that when people get older, they're more likely to get OA. Heavy patients or obese patients, that's strongly connected to OA. There are strong genetic factors. If your mother or father had OA, you're likely to go OA. Trauma can cause OA. And believe it or not, more women have OA than men.
How does OA of the knee then progress?
Well, the cartilage cushion thins, cracks, and wears away, and the bone's exposed. When the bone's exposed, you get spurs and cysts.
Well, Christina, I know, and Doctor, we know that now that it is manageable and treatable, but
Oh,
Christina,
yes, it is.
I know that you are an osteoarthritis sufferer. Tell me your story. How did you know?
Well, I fell, had a bad fall on my knee, didn't think anything of it. About 6 months later, the knee started to swell, pain, heat. Couldn't do the things that I normally did.
That's true.
Walk
Is that a
4
pretty
miles.
common indicator?
Yeah, many patients, they can't do what they want to do. Their active lifestyle becomes a non-active lifestyle. That's a problem. They need to be active, and they can't.
So you find that your activity level decreased significantly.
Absolutely. Didn't do my 4 miles anymore, couldn't golf anymore, and the pain is intense.
And you went to the doctor.
Went to my orthopedic, diagnosed me after tests, osteoarthritis, learned to live with the pain.
Learn to live with the pain. So it's still painful for you today.
Absolutely. Night times, I can't kneel on it, try with aspirin and other relievers, but nothing seems to work.
Doctor, talk a little bit about that.
You don't need to live with the pain. There are things we can do which are very effective that don't involve surgery. And injectables is an exciting new area for the treatment of osteoarthritis.
Well, those injectables might be an option for you. Is that something that you thought about, Christina?
I'm going to get information on it, and definitely I will think about it.
Because we got to get you out there walking those 4 miles again.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
Doctor, where can we go to find out more information?
Well, the Arthritis Foundation has a wonderful website, arthritis.org, and euflexa.com is a great website about injectables and OA.
Sounds good. Christina, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We appreciate you. And Doctor, thank you as well for your wonderful insight.
Okay, thank you.
If you saw a story here today that you want to see more of, just go to www.thebalancingact.com. Well, stretching our dollar is a top priority for all of us these days. So the Balancing Act has invited Lori Wood, laundry buyer, and Michael Birdie, refrigerator buyer, both with Sears, to help us save some green on our next appliance purchase. Thank you again for joining us here this morning. We really appreciate you being here, and show me the money. Because I think that's good morning, and I think that's a mantra, though, that a lot of Americans are chanting these days. And I guess the question for you, Lori, is price and value. Is it possible to have it both?
Absolutely. You know, value is different to every consumer, and we offer over 3,600 appliances at Sears, so we really do have a value that's meaningful to every consumer, no matter what their budget is, no matter what the size of their wallet is. We have great products at every price point, from the top of the line down to whatever price point the customer's interested in spending.
All right, and you know, and I was kind of smiling when I said it, but really times are tough for a lot of us out there. And so, Michael, do we have to sacrifice performance for price?
Absolutely not. I mean, you don't have to sacrifice performance. You're probably going to have to sacrifice some features if you're on a budget, but that's okay. I think really what it's going to come down to is having to do a little bit more research ahead of time, really trying to understand what features you have to have and which features you can live without.
I think that's what I was going to ask you. How important is it to do your research, especially in these economic times?
I think, you know, without doubt, you know, it's an appliance you're going to want to live with for a long time. You want to make sure that you're going to be satisfied with the appliance, and then it's going to meet all of your needs. So definitely doing research ahead of time, making sure that if you're on a budget, you're going to get all of the features that you expect to get out of the appliance.
You know, it seems like every day a new energy-efficient appliance pops up. More and more people are thinking about this. More and more consumers are heading towards buying these kinds of products. Lori, talk to me a little bit about the benefits.
You know what, it's a great way to go when you buy a new appliance, and it is an appliance, like Mike said, that you're going to have for a very long time. Today's appliances are more energy efficient than they have ever been. And in addition to saving water and saving energy, which is so important, it saves you money. So your utility bills are less, your water bills are less. But the machines on the market today, like dishwashers that use so much less water, they actually use less water than if you wash dishes by hand.
Really?
Absolutely. And I mean, washing machines, you can fit 25 bath towels in one load, so you're doing that many fewer loads of laundry. They spin so fast that they take most of the moisture out of the clothes, so you're using your dryer for a lot less time.
Interesting.
The appliance industry has come a long way, and it's real interesting to see all the things they've done to help save both water and energy.
You know, and I think the other thing that a lot of us out there are worried about is value. Great value is important, but I guess the next question has to do with warranties and service and that kind of thing, because sometimes people think you may compromise one for the other.
Sure. You know, one good thing about purchasing an appliance at Sears is the fact that we have our own service organization. And when you make a purchase at Sears, your appliance is covered for a full year, have 24 hours, 7 days a week, support on the phone. And certainly if you need service, we have 10,000 trained technicians that are available 7 days a week for service.
So how does Sears stack up to its competitors in terms of affordability, in terms of quality?
You know what, we would like to tell you that we're the leader in the industry as far as selection of appliances overall, as far as selection of Energy Star appliances, and with a service organization like Mike just referenced, we can give you service and assurance with our price match that no one else can do.
Where can we go for more information?
www.sears.com.
All right, Lori, Michael, good to see you again.
Nice seeing you. Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Be sure and visit mylifetime.com where you can sign up for the Sears Dream Kitchen giveaway. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Kim and I were just sitting here having this really interesting conversation because you know, and she's laughing because you know the blackish, pinkish, orange-like stuff on the lining of your tub. It's that colorful something that you have to drench in cleaning product and scrub away with fine bristles as you bend your back out of shape. What are we talking about here, Kim?
That is mildew.
Oh, gosh.
And I have cute little mildew facts.
Oh, let's hear
Let me
'em.
show you. Do you know approximately 100,000 species of mildew exist?
Okay.
And it can be any color you said, black, orange, green, or white. Okay. Gross. Can be transported by insects, animals, or by the air.
Interesting. I
So-
didn't know the insect thing.
Yeah. So we're not bad
No.
house cleaners.
Yeah,
no.
no. Not most
Mildew
of the time.
requires oxygen, water, and a food source, sort of like soap scum or body oil,
Right,
or
right.
even construction materials, they say.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it flourishes in a humidity temperature range of 70 to 90 degrees, which is what?
That
Our
makes sense. That's your
bathrooms.
kitchen and your bathroom.
Yeah,
And you know, and that's
that's
the
what
thing
I
I always find interesting is the fact that, you know, kitchens and bathrooms are breeding grounds for mildew, and it has a lot to do with what you said, the fact that it's so humid.
Right.
in
right.
there.
So again, it's not our fault.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to take responsibility for the
No,
mildew that's
I
in Kim's
know.
bath. No, I'm joking. But you know what, on a more serious note, you know, and I know a lot of parents out there probably feel the same way, you really don't want your family exposed to any of that because mildew organisms can cause respiratory problems and allergies. And so, you know, for a lot of families who have children who are already allergy sufferers, that's one less thing that you want to have to worry
Right,
about.
exactly. It's just not good for them to have to deal with all
No,
that.
not at all.
So there are ways to get rid of our mildew problems.
Okay. What can we do?
There is this new product. It's called mildew-free sealant. And what you do is literally replace the grout that you already have in your around your kitchen sink and around your bathtubs, which is where that mildew collects. And you put this in instead. And it actually is very easy. You do have to remove the old grouting.
Okay.
And what you do is make sure the surface is dry and put this on. And you have to leave it for 24 or 48 hours before you get it wet again.
So you have to wait
Let
for
it
it to
cure.
dry, let it
set,
cure.
yeah.
Yep. You know, the great thing I like about this too is the fact that it does clean up very easily. It cleans up with soap and water. So that's it. Just let it.
And it lasts for 7 years. So they have a, you know, you're going to be mildew resistant for 7 years.
That's
a big deal.
Great thing. And I know for a lot of families and a lot of parents out there, you really want to be in a situation where you're doing the best things you can for your family, that you're finding solutions to a lot of the problems that we have. have. And I know mildew for a lot of us out there is a pretty big problem, especially as we said in our kitchens and our baths. And so
we don't think it's really harmful sometimes. We sort of just think it's something that's just a color, or we don't really realize. I mean, when you look at those pictures of these little animals, it's bad.
Right,
I mean, if we had a microscope, we'd be horrified.
Oh, I absolutely know that I would be. And I know one of the great things about this product is that you can find it in a lot of stores, right? It's available in a lot of areas.
Hardware stores, right.
Hardware stores. We can also find it online at sashcosealants.com, sashcosealants.com. It's available at most Ace, True Value, as well as Do It Best locations, or you can check your local hardware retailer.
Yes, and then we will not have colored mildew any
No,
longer.
no more black mildew for us, Miss Kim. But it's good stuff.
Toddlers can develop different types of fears. A very common one is bathing. Just because your child may be afraid of the bathtub doesn't mean you have to give it up. Make bath time fun. Play some music, make bubbles, and use washcloth puppets that your child will enjoy.
I'm Danielle Knox, and thanks for joining me this morning on The Balancing Act. Watch us every weekday morning right here on Lifetime Television for the latest and greatest services and products to help you balance your life. Whether it's your home, your career, your family, or financial matters, The Balancing Act is here for you.